We're the talk of the town. We're the artists, the actresses, the filmmakers too, meeting Venus. Yeah, we're coming through. Shine your light, let your voices be heard. We're spreading love with every single word, from the stage to the screen. We're making our mark, me and Venus, together we embark.
Good afternoon. Today I'm very happy to welcome actress, model, and filmmaker Tammy Ann Fortwin. How are you, Tammy?
Hi, I'm very well, and you?
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining the live. I've seen a lot of people are watching. You know,
Oh.
you have a lot of followers on Instagram. I noticed. Yes.
Hello.
So
Can I first just? I really hope that my niece and nephew are watching. If
yes,
I can just say, I really hope they're there. I don't know. I cannot see who's there,
we
but
have
Katya and
Sophia.
Theo, I love
Yes,
you. I love you
uh,
guys so
we
much,
love
and
you.
I'm glad you're watching.
Ja Jacob X Jordan is with us. Hi,
Hey,
Jacob. Hi,
Jacob.
Sophia. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Tammy, I've seen you made a long journey from South Africa to the United States and studying in New York and everything. So tell me a little bit about your early inspiration in South Africa. Where were you born, and how did it start with you, the interest into the arts? I know in South Africa um, it has a big industry as well in cinema and television. So tell me about your transition as well.
Yeah, South Africa has a huge emerging film market and industry today. We were finding our feet many years. I mean, I've been in the States for what, 12 years now.
Hmm.
And but when I started out, I mean, I got scouted as a model when I was 14 with an agency called the Heads Model Agency, and I basically during high school I did like commercials, and
Yes,
that was like my entry level.
yes.
It was weird because I didn't know what I wanted to do after school. I really didn't know what my focus was going to be. But I did the acting classes at Cape Town. I did, and because I worked predominantly in a lot of commercials, like I remember my first huge Coca-Cola commercial, and this was like the biggest thing for me that I'd ever done.
Hmm.
Um, I absolutely adored it. It was so much fun. We're watching Auntie Tammy, Katya, and Keo. Oh, I love her.
Thank you.
Love you, Katya. Love you, Keo. Anyway, so yeah, I just progressed in the industry with like commercial work, and I landed my first television show, which I auditioned for, and I learned it was a cooking show on CakeNet, and I ended up doing that show for what, 8 years. I was on
Mhm.
air with, and it was a SAFTA winner. We won the SAFTA. I went on to do magazine programming. All the while there was films coming in. I did a film called Bubble Lass, and but in that development of my career, I'd always wanted to pursue my studies in the arts.
Mhm.
So the bug had bitten very early, but I didn't really do it as a serious job or think that this is how I'm going to end up with. I didn't see that possibility in South Africa as it being the only thing I was going to do. And because of my television background, I was afraid that I was going to get stuck into that mold of hosting. And so I wanted a different challenge. And I really wanted to explore movie making, films behind the camera, producing, directing, and also acting. And I enrolled at NIFA. I got in, and I never looked back. I did my
Mhm.
1 year acting conservatory in New York. And then from there, I transferred to LA, where I did my bachelor's, and I graduated with honors. I did my OPT,
Great.
I did my internships, and I've been working ever since. Thankfully,
Yes, yes,
you
yes.
have, because this is the industry. It's a really, really tough industry. Um,
Competitive.
it's a very competitive industry, of course, and but I feel like if you're devoted and you know what you want, and I mean, as an actor, the thing is you never stop training. It's not like
Mhm.
you just go to school and then you're done. Like I still do acting classes. And I mean, we audition so much, and with the way the industry has shifted now, everything is self-taped.
For
So
sure.
but everybody who's a working actor has a home studio where you operate from, and you're basically submitting constantly and booking that way. And on the rare occasions, you'll have your auditions in person. So yeah,
Yes, and
that's in a nutshell. I probably skipped a few years over there, but that's the idea.
yes, and you studied filmmaking, script
I did.
writing. Yes,
I did. It's
yes.
I love to write. I've written all of my own shorts, with the exception of It's Time. That is the writer and co-producer on the project. That was her work, and yeah, I've been doing my own thing. I've got a few projects in development right now, and I
Great.
love that aspect of the industry as well, because I feel like even actors, I mean, we're all storytellers, you know?
Yes,
We're all wanting to tell stories, and the medium that you choose, that's just, that's up to you.
yes. I have a question here from Sophia.
Oh, do you have any tips for new actors on how to get experience?
Yes.
Well, tips for new actors. Wow. I think that you really need very good representation. I've been blessed that I've stayed with my fantastic manager, Melissa Young, and my talent reps at Bicoastal Management. And they just do an amazing job for me. And they really source work that they feel fits my mold. And I've kind of cultivated my career along the way with them. And that includes everything. I mean, I hate the fact that we actually have to do headshots, because it's like my dreaded fear to actually have a good resume, a good headshot, good representation. I think the biggest the biggest advice I would give to actors, besides for the tools you need to enter the industry, is to relax. Relax. We're not curing cancer. We're kind of just entertaining people. We're telling someone else's story. A lot of the mistakes I made very early in my career was I took it so seriously, and the pressure becomes so much, and then you psych yourself out of the game completely if you cannot, really relax and embrace the experience. Like sometimes I would because I've been working from a very young age. So half the things I've done, like the shows I've done, and even modeling gigs and commercials, sometimes I'd walk off set and I wouldn't even remember, because I didn't smell the roses when I was on there. I don't know what happened, and when you do when you compartmentalize things and you look at it stepping out from the outside in, you really must remember to enjoy the ride, get proper training, work with people, and create a circle of people that you can bounce ideas off of and that support your career, because this is one of the things that I feel are like the challenges, which is also the perks, is that no day is the same. I have huge challenges with scheduling, for instance, but I have friends and family that actually support my career very much. So they know if we're not going on vacation, we're not going on vacation, and we have to schedule around how things work, because the industry is so volatile. And when there's work, you have to jump and go for it. I hope that answered the question, Sophia.
Yes, thanks, Sophia. So I've seen right now that you have like a parallel career, being an actress in others' work and being a writer, director. And from my experience, a lot of actresses would like to venture into directing after 10 or 20 years or more, maybe. They prefer to direct or co-stars and direct. So tell me, what did you like to pursue, like this parallel trajectory for your career right now?
I would definitely not want to ever direct the film that I'm in, ever.
Very difficult.
No.
Yes.
I also just, this may seem weird, but I just absolutely hate watching my own work. And I could never, I mean, that works for some people. They can do that.
Yes.
But I do feel like, I think actors make really great directors. Some of the great ones are people that have been like Robert Redford, Mel Gibson. There are many directors that just are able to do that and stuff. For me personally, that's not why I did it or why I studied filmmaking, to put myself in my own movies. But yeah, always when you say something, then you may change your mind. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I do want to
Yeah.
make stories really authentic human stories. I
Yeah.
have a few scripts that are in development, a few projects,
Yes.
and I produce as well. So it's always fun. It's always nice to explore somebody else's life. I absolutely love that. I'm doing my first documentary at the moment, and that's also been something that I've always wanted to try. And so, yeah, it's good. I just won't put myself in there.
So recently I've been watching Lethally Blonde. It was released online.
Uh-huh.
So tell me a little bit about the premise of the story and your character for people to discover it as well.
Oh, okay. So this was a really fun project from director Dylan Vox, produced by Dylan Vox, Lance Robbins, the fabulous Scotty Mullen. I love those guys. It's actually the second film I've done with Dylan, and it was such a fun, dark, crazy script that I was just so blessed to be a part of it. I played the campus doctor at this university where my daughter is now a sophomore, and she gets enveloped in this sorority where they are just bad news. It completely takes over her life. It's kind of like a cult. And long story short, things spiral out of control, everything from murder to boys to blackmail. And yeah, I play the mom, of course, the campus doctor who's Jenny's mom. And my role is basically just to save my kid because the youth, they're impressionable. You have all these themes of peer pressure and wanting to fit in and not knowing where you belong. And I love that aspect of it. And it's got everybody's dressed in pink. This whole cult, sorority cult of girls that are just they are the A type. And my kid is kind of the awkward odd one out, and she tries to fit in and just completely has this makeover, and it takes over her life. And yeah, you'll have to watch the movie to see how it ends.
You've been saying right now, about how filmmaking can help to reflect a lot of problems besides this entertainment, but it can help in different ways. I mean, filmmaking and watching like a television show or films. So tell me, do you try right now? Do you have a certain interest in certain topics you would like to reflect in your own writing and directing?
I always well, I know people don't like it when you say strong female characters because women
Hmm.
are generally strong. Um, um, I don't tend to just go out there. There are obviously themes that I love, self-exploration, the idea of having enough self-love and self-worth, and
Hmm.
all the things that in life that attacks those principles and those things. For me, as long as it's an earnest topic, and it's something that is universal and broad and that everyone can relate to. And sometimes those stories are they're the most simple,
Hmm.
just because of the way it affects us as human beings. Is it gives us that complexity, and then finding a vehicle like film to tell
Hmm.
something that is very simple, or showcase something that is very simple in a complex way. And I think that would always be my goal as a filmmaker, use life, things that affect people universally, whether it's abuse, whether it's the need to succeed, whether it's the need for acceptance or seeking love. Uh, I've seen, and I was very pleased to see that even on the big streamers these days, there are many romances making a comeback. Rom-coms are coming back, and stories about really basic relationships, like girl meets guy type of stories. I love that. I feel like there was a time when we did the rom-com when Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, they
Yeah.
dominated cinema with all of those rom-coms, and it kind of faded into oblivion. And now we're back. We're seeing like great stuff,
Yeah.
just on a different level, where people are more in the here and the now, what relationships look like today, how
Yes.
people converse and talk to each other today. And I really enjoy that too.
Yes, yes. Regarding strong female characters, I think if the character is well written and well performed, I think it will interest, everybody, to watch. I mean, the movie. My wife even likes movies with interesting characters, with women. We 2 days ago, been watching the Substance with Demi Moore.
Did you
It's
see it? Oh my
yeah,
goodness, I cannot wait to see that film. I
yeah.
cannot
We
wait. I
saw it
haven't seen it yet.
yesterday, and my wife is telling me this is something very strong.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah. No, I've heard wonderful things about the film. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but
yeah,
I definitely will.
yeah.
That's on my hit
Could,
list
could
this
be
weekend.
could be tough for some viewers, could be tough as well for some
Yeah.
viewers,
But
your
then
movie.
again, life is tough. It is.
Life is,
That's the
yes,
thing, like I think my favorite filmmakers are the ones who are bold and who take chances, and
for sure.
I love that. So I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it.
Yes. Right now, I want to thank you. Send me the press kit of your recent short, It's Time. So
Mm-hmm.
tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind writing and directing this film, and also right now, you told me as well it's been around right now for several important film festivals.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, this was a project that was done during COVID, during the lockdown, just after that. It was the first thing I shot after the major lockdown over here in LA. And actually, an actor approached me with this concept. She was seeking a director and a co-producer to make her script. So she wrote it, Rachel Killian. She wrote the script, and yeah, we went into production. We did some development on it. We went into production, shot it. It's an 11-minute short. It's really cute. And it deals with the theme of death. The idea, the fear of it. Also the moral of the story, to live life to its fullest, because you never know when you're going to die. And it's like that there's nothing to fear in the end. Leticia Castillo, the lead actress, is just absolutely phenomenal in the film. She owns the screen for most of the time. It's a cast of 3. The nurse isn't there for very long. Sean Scott McCracken, he played Azrael, the angel of death, and it was just a wonderful rapport between the 2 actors, and it's a very simple one location type of story about life and death. And I think that was the magic of the film, because we kept it okay. We didn't really have a choice, because we had so many. There's been so much red tape with what we could shoot and film and how long we could film, because of the restrictions during the COVID period and as we were coming back from the pandemic. So we were forced into those circumstances, but we managed to pull it off. And the film has been celebrated at a broad range of festivals. So I'm really proud of that work.
A lot of short films like that, many directors would like to expand it into a longer feature, Do you think the story
Mhm.
could be expanded into a longer feature in the future for you to write and direct as well?
Probably. I mean, I don't think. I never necessarily. I love the short format. This would be probably my 5th one I've done. It's Time, and I've never done a short with the idea of making a feature. I know that's probably very silly, but I have no plans to do that with It's Time, because I feel that was a significant moment in time with Maria's story, the lead character. But of course, you can do anything with a short film. I just haven't produced or directed my short. They are legs, but the shorts I've made, I haven't done it with that in mind.
Yes.
Many people make short films as a proof of concept. And yeah, if I found the right concept, I would definitely do that, but not necessarily with this project.
Yes. Cyrus Nazari has been with us since the live. She first seen
that's not a stranger. That's my husband.
Yes, hello there, yeah, Mr. Cyrus, and he asked us this question. I wanted to ask you as well.
What is my dream role or project?
Yes, since we
That's
are
a tough
as
one.
well,
Thanks,
top one.
Cyrus.
Yes, we are at the end of the year, so many people, you know, they qualify the year, and they have aspiration as well for the new year as well.
Dream roles, anything that I can sink my teeth into.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, you know, as an actor, we always believe we can do anything, and that's what we're trained to do. And sometimes it's the weirdest thing, because I would, even with the type of auditions I put in, sometimes I would be dreading going on tape for a certain character, and once I've done the tape, I'm like, wow, I'm really into this person, and I can really, you know, I could really play this, and this went better than I thought it would. And that's the thing, like sometimes people see in you what you don't see in yourself. So anything that I can sink my teeth into, that I find a challenge, that I feel is an important story to be told, you know. So many of the directors that have hired me, like sometimes I was like, oh, you know, this role could have gone to anyone, but they saw something that they felt, okay, this is why we've cast you in this position. And so, yeah, I would dream roles. As an actor, you just want to work, and you want to work on fun, exciting, complex, beautiful characters. You know, characters who teach people things or hold up a mirror to society. Those are probably my favorite characters to play.
Yes. You know, being from South Africa and Africa in general, you know, our continent is full of heritage. I
Of
mean,
course.
you know, stories and legends and everything.
Yes.
Um, do you think someday you would like to do something like bridging the two cultures between Africa and also
Absolutely.
the United
Absolutely.
States? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, they always say you have to write what you know, right? The
Mm-hmm.
best stories, write what you know. The most amazing, fascinating, gripping stories that have come out in recent years, like Baby Reindeer, for instance. This
Mm-hmm.
guy's entire life story is just so whack and out there, but in a weird way, you relate to him and you're with him on that journey. He wrote what he knew. And I feel like as filmmakers, if we do that, like no one would have a story in like mine or like yours. It's unique.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a beautiful heritage. You're very right. South African heritage is amazing. It's so rich with different stories. Even if it's not historic and modern history, I mean, there's so much there. So definitely that's on the horizon for me, for sure.
Sure. Can you tell us a sneak peek, you know, about something you're working on coming up next in the upcoming period?
I did say my documentary, right?
Not
I
yet.
mean, oh yeah, well, we're working on, myself and my producing partner, we're working on a hip hop documentary,
Great.
and that's about all I can say about it. Um, it's very time consuming. It's been quite a ride. Also, there's a children's program in development that I'm part of the team over there on the producing side.
Great.
I'm writing. I have a film coming out tonight on LMN. It's called A Nurse's Revenge, and
Great.
it's a little darker in the Halloween theme.
Great.
That's on LMN tonight at 8 p.m.
Uh-huh.
So that one's coming out, and then I haven't got a release date for the other one I did, so I will obviously keep you posted on that. But
This
yeah,
is
keeping busy, and it's with a diverse bunch of projects. So, and that's the way I like it. Honestly, I prefer that. The more diversity, the more you get your creative juices flowing. So no day is ever the same. And yeah.
great. Tammy, I want to thank you very, very much for coming to the live. I hope you know the movie can circulate in more festival. It's time, and I wish you all the best in your releases and tonight as well. I will try to look for the movie to watch it, you know, as well.
Amazing. Yeah. Please
And,
do. Please
um,
do.
best wishes in your upcoming project, and I look forward to receive you again when you have a new project being released.
Oh, for sure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Take
Enjoy
care.
the evening. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.